Guys, hope all is well. In this video, this is going to be a short and quick one. I'm going to show you what to do as soon as you purchase your new QuickBooks Online. One of the first things you need to do is basically set up your chart of accounts, right? The skeleton of your financials, right? All those items that you record, they're going to have to go into a certain account or bucket. But we have to create that chart of accounts, a list of accounts, which we're going to basically record each transaction into. So the first thing that you're going to do is go to accounting tools, go to chart of accounts templates, and basically you probably won't have these templates. You will need to make one. The first thing you need to do is basically import it, select file, choose. Now your CPA should give you this file. I'm just going to click on one that we made. Now, let me actually bring up the file that I have into the other screen because I want to show you what I'm inputting into QuickBooks. All right, so this is just an Excel spreadsheet that we have. This is our chart of accounts. In this case, we did one for a bar and restaurant. So for example, there should be account numbers, account names, account types, and detail types. The detail types and the account types need to be under a QuickBooks structure because that's how QuickBooks is going to pick it up. The account name, you can name it whatever you want, but I recommend that you follow a chart of accounts dedicated towards your industry. For each account, you're going to want to assign an account number. You can see in this column A here. So this is what I'm importing, and this is something that you should be able to get from your CPA. Y'all need to talk about this to basically make sure we have the right chart of accounts inside your QuickBooks. So that should be it, right? And what I'm doing here is just mapping my spreadsheet. Account name needs to go to account name, not account number. Account number, account number, account type, detail type, detail type. All that lines. I need a save. Can I bring that in? What you're going to have to do is make your template name here, right? Name it whatever. Make sure your account numbers are toggled on. You want account numbers in your chart of accounts. It's cleaner, neater, more professional. And then you can see here, there's some discrepancies, right? And all you need to do is basically make sure these red boxes turn basically white. Other non-current assets with the detail type, they don't need to basically be exact. If the detail type is wrong, it's not going to basically mess up your chart of accounts in a way. They don't really play a too big of a part. It's there for additional information. So if other non-current assets, I can just put other long-term assets right there, right? Let's go down to like some of the accounts receivables. So accounts receivable right here needs to be accounts receivable, and then there's only one detail type. Same with fixed assets. Fixed assets needs to be fixed assets. And then for the detail type, it really doesn't matter there, right? It doesn't matter if I name it buildings or furnitures and fixtures. That's just for additional information just to help the users behind there, right? But I like to keep it semi-consistent. I'm just going to put buildings there just to keep it simple. Accumulated depreciation, I'll do a couple more just to match. Needs to line up what, in this case, it matches right there, accumulated depreciation. So I would just use that, right? What expenses, bank charge, it needs to basically, the account type matters for sure. Bank charge is basically expense. So I need to make sure it has expense. I don't want to record it as income or anything because it's not that. Detail types, this one doesn't matter. I can just keep it auto. It's fine. But if you're really strict about that, you can search here for bank charges. You'll find a home. But if you can't find a home for that detail type, you can get away with just keeping it auto. It's not going to mess up your chart of accounts. That detail spot just adds that additional information. But once you finish doing all of that, making sure everything lines up, everything's clear, you're going to actually save this, and it's going to basically create a template. It's going to look similar to what I have in this box right here, car, bar, and restaurant. What you're going to do is apply templates. You're going to pick what client that you want right here. I'm not going to show y'all guys this. I want y'all see my client information, but you're going to apply to basically your business. And then I'm actually going to go inside my client's accounts. So let me go to this client. And let's go to their chart of accounts, right? Let's go to transactions. So that chart of accounts that we just made the template for and we just applied it, it should show up here now. transactions, chart of accounts. That same template that I just created is now within here, right? It has my account numbers, my furniture and fixtures, my income for the sales and food, sales and beverage, sales and alcohol. That breaks it up how I like it for a restaurant in this case. I'm just using this as an example. But this pulls in my catering revenue. So it breaks up my revenue that I want to, my cost of goods. It has all that in there, right? So I basically have my chart of accounts for a restaurant already built in here, right? So I went to chart of accounts, I'm seeing it here. Another way to import that data is to go straight to your transactions, straight to chart of accounts, and then you can go to that green button, drop down import, and do the same thing there if you didn't like the first way I did it. And all you have to do is basically take that same Excel file, upload it in there, and you have your structure. Now you're ready to connect your bank accounts, start recording that data, and then start basically seeing your financials after you report your data and reconcile it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. But mind you, this is one of the first things you need to do when you're setting up your QuickBooks account. This helps you get that structure for your business. Every chart of account is not the same. It needs to be tailored for your business. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Happy to help out. Thanks, guys.